Hi guys, Kate here, welcome back to my channel. So recently I've done a testing Primark makeup video. I've tested Poundland's makeup and then you guys asked me to test out New Look's makeup, so I did that, and today I am testing out MUA's makeup because a lot of you have asked me to do that as well. So let's get straight into it. So I started off by using their Pro Base Prime and Conceal palette. This is obviously a colour correcting palette, so I didn't use it to conceal. I just tried to cover up my dark circles using this peachy colour, which I thought worked quite well. I'm not massively into colour correctors, to be honest. I don't really use them, but it did work. It did brighten up that area. I know that you can use the green one on redness, and these two can be used to sort of brighten your skin up as well, and obviously this is a peachy colour like the middle one. I just used the middle one because I'm not really dark, but if you had darker skin, I guess that this darker peachy one would work. This was £4, so I guess if you're looking for a colour correcting palette, this would be a really good price, and the consistency of the product is really good. It goes on nicely. I just used my fingers with this because I thought that if I used a brush it might go on a little bit too heavy. It's not the kind of thing that I would usually use, so I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but if you are into colour correctors or you want to try one out, then it's definitely a good starting point price wise. Next up, I used their Skin Define Matte Perfect foundation. This is in the shade Natural Beige. It's not matte, but I do really like it. It has a dewy finish, so the name is definitely misleading in my opinion. It does say that it provides shine control. I'm not sure whether it would, because I've got to say, when I touch my skin, I can kind of feel it on my skin. It feels a little bit sticky, but it doesn't feel heavy. It still feels quite light. It went on really nicely. I just used my beauty blender and it blended in so nicely. The colour really matched my skin tone well. I've got tan on at the moment, but again, this was £4, and I think for the price of it, it is so good. For my concealer, I used their Pro Base Argan Plush Concealer. This is just a stick concealer. It's quite a nice formula, and for a drugstore concealer, this matched my skin tone so well. It's quite a yellow undertone, which is why it matched my skin tone quite well. That's something that I find is really difficult to find sometimes in drugstore products. They're usually quite pinky toned, but I quite like this. It doesn't provide a lot of coverage, but it did conceal my blemishes, and I just put a little bit underneath my eyes as well, just to conceal those, and that worked quite well. I was quite impressed with it, and this was £3. For my powder, I used their Pro Base Matte Satin Pressed Powder. This was really powdery. When I actually put my brush in, there was lots of fallout, which was annoying, but the actual powder itself went on quite nicely, and they had this in different colours. This is in the shade Soft Beige, and it worked really well on my skin tone. Again, I was quite impressed with it. This was either £3 or £4. I'm looking at my receipt here, and you know when on receipts it doesn't actually say the name of what it is, and you've just got to kind of guess. Some of them literally just have letters, and it's one of those, so it's either £3 or £4. To bronze my skin up a little bit and to sort of contour, but not really contour, more just bronze with a little bit of contour, I used their Bronzed Perfection Matte Bronzer. This was really nice. Colour and consistency wise, I really like this, and the size of it is so good as well. For £4 you get a lot of product, and the colour is really nice as well. It's not too dark, it's not too light, it's in the shade Sunset Tan. I thought that it was really good. Next up, for £1, I used their blush in the shade Bonbon. I really like MUA's matte blushes. I really just love the colours of them, and for £1 I just think that you can't go wrong with them. I've got to say, I have travelled with these before, and they do crack and crumble and break, which isn't what you want, so I would definitely not suggest travelling with these, but for £1 you can't really complain. I really like the colour. This is just a nice pinky peachy shade, and yeah, I'm a fan of these. Another product that I really liked was from their Luxe range, and this is their Power Brow Shape and Highlight pen in dark brown. It comes with a pen on one side and a highlight stick on the other. The actual eyebrow pen, right, okay, it's broken. Great. It's fallen out like into the lid. That is so disappointing because I really like this. It went on so nicely. It's just obviously not all that sturdy. I'm just sticking it back in and it's going all over my hands. Oh well, there you go. It's gone back in. it seems to be okay now. But yeah, maybe not the sturdiest, although I did like the finish of it. And on the other side is their highlight pen, which I really liked. I just used this as a brow bone highlight. I used a little bit on top of my eyebrow just to kind of brighten that area up a bit, and I used a bit on my inner corners, and this was £3. To highlight, I used their Undress Your Skin highlighter in the shade Pink Shimmer. I was so excited about this because this looks unbelievable in the pan. Like, it's just got this swirliness, and I just thought that it was going to be really nice. And while it is, I really do like the finish of it. I've got to say that I did have to build it up on my brush. I had to go over it quite a few times to build the shimmer up, which isn't what you want. I love highlighters where you can literally just swipe it once and then put it on your cheeks and it looks amazing. Sleek's highlighters are like that, and I absolutely love them. They're so good. Sleek's Solstice palette is like one of my favourite highlighting palettes ever. It's unbelievable, and for the price of it, it's just so good. While the finish of this was good, I wasn't really a fan of the fact that you really have to use a lot of product to build it up. So I probably would not repurchase this. So I used their metallic eyeshadow palette in the shade Mystical. This is out of their Luxe range as well. I was not a fan of this. It comes with one of these like crappy spongy brush things, which I always just throw away because I never use them. The reason that I didn't really like this palette was because they look like powder eyeshadows, but they're not. They're actually cream. So I tried to apply it with a brush and then it just didn't really work. It just kind of moved the product around in the pan. I don't really like cream eyeshadows as it is. I'm just not a fan of them. I much prefer powder eyeshadows. I wasn't really a fan of the consistency, but I did use this bright purple shade on my lid with this darker shade in my crease, and I did put a little bit of those two underneath my lash line as well. Yeah, the colour was alright, but consistency wise I just was not a fan at all. But if you guys like cream eyeshadows, then you might like this. It's just, like I said, I'm not a fan of them. So I used their Mega Volume mascara, which was £3, and this took a while to build up. I've got 3 coats on, and it has given me quite a bit of length. It didn't really thicken out my lashes, but you do have to use a lot of it to gain length. Just 1 coat of it just didn't do my lashes any justice whatsoever. I didn't really like it. I would not repurchase this. It's just too much effort. I mean, have you got time to put 3 coats of mascara on? I certainly don't. And it didn't thicken them out either, which is something that I like in a mascara as well. So no, I definitely would not say that this gave me Mega Volume at all. That is blatantly a lie. So on my lips, I used their Intense Colour lip liner in the shade Caramel Nougat. I like this. I like the shade of it. It's just a simple nude. The formula is quite creamy for it being a pencil. It didn't really go on dry. It's not great for overlining either. You could definitely still see the outline of my lips. There's some lip liners which I use, like MAC lip liners. You can't see the outline of your lip when you put them on, whereas with this you can, because it doesn't have that sort of dry consistency. It has a little bit of a sheen, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I did like the colour of this. The lid comes with a little pencil sharpener as well, which is really handy. Lastly, I used their Velvet Lip Lacquer. This was £3. It says that it provides a long wear matte finish. I really like the colour of this, but I just didn't feel like it went with the eye. It's a really sort of orangey, browny, peach colour. I really loved it, but I did put a little bit of pressed powder over my lips just to kind of blot the colour out a bit, which made it a little bit lighter, and I'm much preferring this shade with the eyes. But I would definitely wear this again. I really like the consistency of it. It dries fairly quickly. It takes about 30 to 40 seconds to dry. It's not very thick in consistency, so I wouldn't say that it would be a good one to overline your lips with again. But if you're not into overlining your lips and you just want a really nice nudie, peachy liquid lipstick, I would definitely recommend this. I think it's really nice. So leave me a comment down below, guys, and let me know what other brands you want me to try out, because I'm really loving trying out different makeup brands at the minute. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up to let me know. And if you would like to watch my last video, which was a try on Primark haul, you can click on it just there. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and you would like to see more from me, and come and have a chat with me over my social media, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!